Hello. Hello. Hi. Yeah, sorry Susan can't join this week. She this morning received some very unfortunate news and just can't, like, she can't do it. So just me this week. But hi. How's it going? How's the connection quality? I just realized I'm still VPNing into the US, so I hope that the quality is okay. But yeah, how's your week been? Why? Um, yeah, she gave me permission to say. So basically, this morning, they found her family cat had been run over. So, and if you know Susan, you know how special cats are to her, and this cat specifically. Because, yeah, I mean, she was just back home and was playing with this cat. And, yeah, so. mm. On that note, um, how on that note, let's get a little bit more cheery, a little bit more upbeat. How's your week been? I need to turn this fan just off camera because it is so hot. And it's just like ridiculously hot. And I'm dying. Give her a big hug for us. I will. I'll give Susan a huge hug for you right after the stream's ended. Um, so yeah, I will say though, this week has been pretty great. I have this time I compiled a list of things we've done. So expect these vlogs coming soon, but not immediately because, I'm trying to balance editing with spending time. Pardon me. Got the burps. But yeah, that's coming soon. I'm still working on Yo, Hannah, that's actually dope. So Chris, how long do you plan on staying? Not too much longer. I gotta figure out what to do though because my flight coming back has a layover in China, and there's that travel advisory warning thing about traveling through China. So that's cool. um, and you're like, oh, well, just see if you can reroute your flight. I mean, I'll try, but the airline website is all in Chinese. Um, and I also booked through a third party, and I'm sure, at least I was looking up some of the reviews about, and people said oh, the airline will just tell you talk to the third party. Third party will tell you talk to the airline. So I'll try and get it done, but yeah. Corona disease keeps Chris and Susan together. That's true. That's dope. What's not as dope is the fact that I can't afford to buy another ticket because they were $1,000. So I would rather not become, I would like to not overstay my welcome in Malaysia, let's just say. So yeah, still trying to figure that out. Joy. Drinking some tea. There's so much tea here. It's fantastic. Oh, hey Grace. Hello. So, let me tell you also, this stupid virus thing has kind of messed with our plans. We had plans earlier this week to celebrate Chinese New Year, right? By going to I think it was called the Lion Dance, the traditional Chinese celebration, which is super dope because Malaysia is close to China, so there's a huge Chinese population here. So it'd be an authentic experience, and we were both super pumped about that. And then all of this happened, and there's going to be huge crowds very close together, and yeah, there have been cases of the virus here in Malaysia. So that's kind of put a dent in our plans. Better safe than sorry. So That's cool. So yeah, we've been like, carrying hand sanitizer everywhere. I mean, just to be safe. Yeah, but yeah, yesterday we went to the jetty, which is like, it was this really cool like pier, right, in this like Chinese neighborhood with this dope pier over the ocean, which is so weird to see like the opposite end of the Pacific. And yeah, it was very crowded, but very cool. Got lots of videos. Don't worry. Yeah, I know, I know. We're trying to be very careful. I have literally been like pouring boiling water in every pot and cup and bowl and dish and fork and knife and spoon that I use. Just to be safe, to sterilize it. Um, oh, what was really cool that you have probably seen now is we went to a like public park, like a big public garden, a botanical garden, and we're walking around and there were monkeys everywhere. And it was really cool because, I mean, obviously, like, I've never seen a monkey in real life outside of a zoo, right? But these ones they would come up to you. And, I mean, obviously, we were a little bit worried because, you don't want them to, like, steal your phone. I've had enough of phones being stolen for one trip. Thank you very much. But they were not really super aggressive. So that was super cool. And when we were leaving, Susan was like, "No, I don't want to leave the monkeys. They're my friends." So we filmed the main channel video on my main channel. I was going to like plug out of habit, but I guess I don't really need to. And yeah, so that was pretty neat. It was so hot though. It was outrageously hot. We need to go back there when it's not as hot. Oh, another thing we did was the YouTube fanboy, watch quite a lot of like British UK YouTubers, right? Like from the original circle still. Like Tomska, Evan Edinger, Dodie, Sprinkle of Glitter sometimes. Like that whole group, that core YouTube group. And they often reference going to Tesco. Which the American, I've never been to Tesco. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like a 7-Eleven because Evan Edinger would talk about, oh, he lived literally like above a Tesco, so he would often go down to the Tesco and get like the dollar pizzas or stuff. I was like, oh, that sounds kind of like a convenience store. So I imagine Tesco as a convenience store. And then, so we went. Susan decided to take me to a Tesco. And it was not what I expected. Tesco, for the Americans, is so much more like Walmart, is the best way I can think of to describe it. It's like a big, big white store that sells kind of everything for very cheap. It's literally like I was getting major Walmart vibes. So yeah, I forgot Playlist Live was a thing. Same. One day I'm going to go to Playlist Live. One day. Mark my words. Okay? It's gonna happen. I just need to get to that point. Takes a lot of planning. Because it'd be one of the few times that I go somewhere where I don't already have friends or family there to stay with. I mean, I think the last time I really did that was when I went to Boston for Nerdcon, Nerdfighteria. Wow, that was years ago. So yeah, that was pretty dope. Okay, sorry, I need to read these comments now. We have Tesco in Malaysia. Yes, you do. It's a mall? I mean, the Tesco was in a mall, but hey, Chris, did you read my comment from your video for sponsoring? I did. We have to figure that out, but we'll definitely look into that. Nerdcon was February 2017. Dang. That was 2017. That feels so long ago. You're right, because that was when I was daily vlogging. Wow. Yeah, it was in February because it was like, oh, Boston in February, it's gonna be freezing cold. Let me pack the big heavy jacket. Nope. And then it was like 70 degrees. Or I'm sorry, like what is that in Celsius? 25-ish? 20 something? It was perfect, but definitely not heavy jacket worthy. So that's cool. I'm still not bitter about that. Years later, you could still see the snow on the ground. It was like the day that we got there was the day it was warmed up. So yeah, careful with the virus. Oh yes. We've been trying, so thankfully, Susan and I bought like face masks because that's a thing here. Like that's a thing in Asian culture that American culture doesn't really have. Like, oh, you wear a mask if you're feeling sick out of courtesy for others or if you're concerned about getting sick. We don't really do that. We just, hand sanitizer. So that's been interesting to get used to. Like usually in the US, if you see someone with a mask on, it means they're very sick, like very sick, but can't not go out. So it's just been like, it's been interesting for me to like shift my perspective to like, oh, it's a normal thing and it's a courteous thing to do, as opposed to like, oh goodness, yikes, watch out, But yeah, so we were trying to get masks yesterday, and we're going from, pharmacy to pharmacy. I think we went to like 6, if you include a 7-Eleven as a pharmacy. And they were all sold out. Yikes. Thankfully, we did buy some before all of this happened, but they're not like rated for the virus. So, I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. 2020 has been a rough year. I know, right? Between this and like the helicopter crash, like it's just been beat down after beat down already. Oh man. I'm regretting not putting any sugar in this. This is straight black tea. Should have put sugar. But yeah. So we also, at some point, I'm gonna like tease. We're gonna film a video where Susan bought a bunch of like a bunch of her like Malaysian childhood candies, and we're gonna have me try them. And I'm very curious. I have no idea what to expect because, as I've learned, a lot of the time, you see something and you think you have an approximate idea of what it will taste like, and then it's the complete opposite. Like at her brother's wedding, there were these like purple and green. They look like fruit gummy candy things, and then you eat it and it's like doughy. It's like bread. So that was interesting. Where is Susan? She received some rather unfortunate news this morning, so she's mourning. Yes, we call hers Kuya. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. We don't care about going out while sick, right? We're still better at the time. I just got out of the hospital after a week. My dad forced me to go to church. Everyone was sick, and I got sick again. Yep, welcome to America. Oh, Kui. Is it Kui or Kui? I'm sorry, I don't know how to read the EEH. Kui. Kui. Yeah. It's funny because before this trip, I was like, oh, let me get all of the vaccines I'll need, or at least make sure I'm caught up on all my vaccines so I know I don't have to worry about getting like really sick. And then this happened. It's like, oh, cool. I mean, personally, I think I'll be okay. Like Susan and I are definitely being very careful, very cautious, but not like I don't think unreasonably cautious, if that makes sense. So yeah, I feel good. I really put some should have put some sugar in that. I'm now regretting. If there's one thing though I've learned, it's when I get back to the US, I need to get a kettle because I've just been using like a oh my gosh, what's it called? Oh my gosh, what's that called? Where you like have a teapot, right? But you put it on the stove and then you wait for the stove to heat the water up. But Susan has this electric kettle that works like that. Good thing you made it to Malaysia before the outbreak rather than having to cancel your trip. True, I guess. That would really suck. Yeah, I'm just hoping that I get back into the US with no problems. We'll see how that goes. Maybe some interesting vlogs coming up. I got detained? Not clickbait. I've been in quarantine for 2 weeks. The United States government won't allow me into the country? Gone wrong. LAX is going to be fun. Yeah, no kidding. So it's a lot of uncertainty is awaiting me in the future. I mean, even to be fair, like, I was worried about when I get back into LAX, the whole, Uber thing where they won't allow pickups at the curb anymore. You have to walk quite a while or take a bus to the Uber pickup place. And then there's like this huge line to get an Uber. And I was like, oh, I'm worried about that. And then all of this happened, which definitely put the Uber thing in perspective. So there's a lot of like uncertainty and stress in the future, but there's nothing I can do about it right now. So I'm trying to just not, focus on it when there's so much more to focus on. Like the fact that, I'm in another country with Susan. So I've been working on, like, that's where my focus needs to be right now. There's plenty of time to be worried in the future, but right now it's not about that. So yeah, that's fun. Isn't LAX fun even without an epidemic though? I actually don't hate LAX anymore. As I've gotten more used to it, it's starting to make more sense when it wants to. I mean, yeah, at least me and Susan are together. You right, Chris. You right. That's been super cool. It's been really good to just have these moments. Like, yeah, I'll vlog, when we go out and do fun, exciting things, but the overwhelming majority of the time that we're together has been just like quiet moments, like watching, we binge watched all of Brooklyn Nine-Nine together, and then we binge watched all of The Good Place together, and now we're just like watching a bunch of chick flicks together, and like that is the most special time, because it's moments that we don't really have in our normal life together. So yeah. What's really funny though, kind of unrelated, but I'm very excited because I did just hit 40,000 subscribers on the vlog channel, which is ridiculous. And immediately I got a whole bunch of like sponsorship emails, and it's like, okay, so apparently is the threshold 40,000? Is that when the emails start coming in? Cool. I mean, I'm not going to take any of them because a lot of them were for like competitors for products that I do use. I'm like, I feel bad taking I've never used your service. I just know the competitors. Like I don't know if I can say everything. Can I get better lighting? But one of them was for a VPN service. I'm like, oh, I use a VPN, but it's your competitor. So I don't know. I probably won't. I'll probably wait for the service that I actually do use to recommend. But that was really cool. Matthew, hey, how's it going, dude? And you didn't accidentally leave your bag at security this time. I know. Wow, what a concept. I literally specifically worried about that. Oh yes, it's Matthew's birthday. Happy birthday, Matthew. Happy 20th birthday. Yeah. Are we at the age now where we start making that joke that everybody's perpetually like in their 20s? Are we old enough to do that? Or does that happen when you're in your 40s? But yeah, congratulations. Happy birthday, Matthew. And here's to a wonderful year. Unless Matthew is actually 20. I don't actually know his age. Let me see. What else did we do this week? Did I already talk about the day that Susan and I went to Penang Hill, which was this super cool, it was basically this hill. Yeah. That you would go way high up, and he's ageless because he's a witch. Yep, that checks out. That checks out. You could see all of Penang, and it was so pretty and so cool. And yeah, and then we stopped, and there was a beach nearby, so we went to that, and Susan and I just sat on a rock and watched the sunset on the beach, and it was really special. And that was another one of those moments that it's kind of boring on the vlog because we're not doing anything, we're just sitting there. I don't think we really even talked that much, but it was just special moments together. Why couldn't Susan make it tonight? She received some unfortunate news that her family cat died. And so she's mourning that. So, yeah, that sucks. That's cool. So, yeah, that's why she can't be here. She's just she just can't bring herself to it. And I don't blame her. Because, Susan and cats, and especially this one, because we were just there and just being with that cat. And so it's very personal. Yeah. Yeah. On a lighter note, speaking of Malaysian candy, Susan had me try kind of a sneak peek of a childhood candy the other day, and she posted it on her Instagram story, so you've probably seen it. It's called Chalky Chalky. It's kind of like a honey stick, but it's chocolate. Does that mean, honey sticks, the dollar, just that little plastic tube of honey that you rip a hole in with your teeth, and then that doesn't work, so you try and rip a bigger hole, and then you make a big mess, and you the honey right into your mouth. It was like that, but it was this chocolate paste, and it was very good, and I really enjoyed it. And it got me in a chocolate mood, so hopefully today we're going to bake brownies, which I'm super pumped about. Which just reminded me, I wanted to make a bunch of food when we were here, but the problem is everything I could think of involved cheese, and a lot of cheeses here are very expensive unless you get the local kind. But I was oh, we can make pizza together, but I always use the Mexican blend of cheese pizzas / mozzarella, and both of those are very expensive here. So cool. It was $20, 20 ringgits for a bag. Yikes, because it's imported. So I didn't realize how much of the food that I was preparing to make here needed to be imported. In good news, though, Susan tried her first Cheetos this week. And you can see these are all that's left. It was really funny, though, because, because we were in Jaya, which is like a store that sells a lot of American food, imported American food. And she saw Cheetos. She's like, oh my gosh, I've heard so much about these. I know, like, heck, Shane Dawson named his cat Cheeto. So she's like, I really want to try these. And so then she had one. And she's like, this is it? Which is, I think, the appropriate response to your first Cheeto. Cultured queen, yes. So, there's a lot of wind going on back there. Wind. I was about to lift that up and let all the wind in, but then you'd see exactly where Susan lives. That's cool. So yeah, she's asked me like not to, just privacy, which is very fair because she has had an incident before and would rather not continue to have more. But Cheeto versus Cheeto Puff. She did get Cheeto fingers for the first time. Did you see the guy that got like the Cheeto dust tattoo, like tattooed into his fingertips, so his fingertips perpetually looked like orange? Why? Why would you do that? Why? That just messes up your life so much. Plus, if you eat actual Cheetos, how will you know if your fingers are dirty or not? Right? That's so gross. That's the worst thing I can think of. Getting your fingers permanently Cheeto dusted. I hope that was fake. Now that I say it out loud, it might have been fake. I might have gotten bamboozled. How's your second chance at Malaysia so far? It's dope. It's different than last time, but it's pretty dope. I don't know when I unironically started saying dope, but it's a thing, and it's here. That sounds like constant disappointment. You gotta go clean. You go to clean your fingers, and then nothing. Yeah, Cheetos. A Cheeto tattoo ain't sweeto for you. Hey, Steven. How's it going? So, yeah. Katie! Hello! Catch up on sleep pre-Disney. Yes, because that's going to be an exciting time. Are you going to Disneyland? Did you watch Ryan's Walmart pun video? I haven't. I haven't had a lot of time to watch a lot of YouTube. But, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be because it's freaking Ryan. I still get Arizona Tea playing in my head from time to time. Arizona Tea, please sponsor me. Adler and Gabe, man. Incredible. Sorry. Not Disneyland yet. Are you going to Disneyland? There's a screenshot for you. You're welcome. Store that in your folder of embarrassing photos of me, of which there is so many on the internet. Just so many. My life is just full of regrets. Ryan's migrated to TikTok and he's doing so well at it. Yo, freaking, who's ready to get Bite famous? My struggle is like, I like the idea of Bite. I just feel like they're too late. And everyone's kind of like migrated over to TikTok. So, I don't know. I wish them well and good luck. I feel like the benefits of TikTok now are overshadowing what Byte provides and what Vine provided. I got the username Katie. I thought about if I could get the username Chris, but I don't know. I wanted to keep everything consistent, so I got my full name instead. But yes, I question often if it's a good idea to have my full name public on the internet so consistently, but here we are. It's too late now. So yeah. I think the world would end if I made a TikTok. Petition for Chris to make a TikTok. I'm very curious how that would go. And another, like, question mark. Oh, wait, you saved Katie and Katie? You can do... Oh, did you sign in with multiple... Did you create multiple accounts? If @Chris isn't already taken yet, which it might very well be. How do you make your long-distance relationship work? Constant talking. Constant. Like texting, calling, video calling, and very like, yeah, just it's an effort, definitely. It doesn't just come naturally. I mean, okay, that sounds bad, but like it's an effort, right? I guess like any relationship, you have to make it happen, and it's absolutely worth it. It's great to like just be with Susan. She's an amazing person, and I'm so thankful that this happened. But yeah, it's constant communication, and you can't let, if something's wrong, if there's like an issue, you can't just hope it goes away. You have to deal with it so it doesn't like build up. So yeah, that'd be my 2 pieces of advice. I mean, I really don't know. I'm no expert. This is my first relationship. But yeah. So I'm not any kind of expert whatsoever. Yeah, any relationship with that effort probably wouldn't go well. Yeah. Yeah, fair. When is your next Q&A session? I don't know. I didn't think about that. It was funny because Susan and I were like, we tweeted out the tweet and we're like, okay, wait a couple days. But then we got so many responses. It's like, well, I guess we could go ahead and film the video now. And we did. The park video. We filmed it at the park. And it worked out great, I think. I really liked being like that wide open space, be able to run around as you saw. The like me in the background doing something silly while she read the questions wasn't super planned out. Like it just kind of happened when we were filming. And like I was like, oh, right before she read the first question, I was like, wait, let me get upside down on this bench. Because we were originally going to film on the bench. And she's like, what are you doing? I was like, I have a really stupid idea. And then that happened. And they weren't really planned out ahead of time. The movements, maybe a little bit. But yeah. So it was very much like she's like, okay, I'm ready to read the next question. I'm like, wait, hang on. I'm trying to think of what would be a good funny thing to do. So hence the Naruto running. You should invite, that was not a sip, I missed. You should invite the monkey into your next Q&A. So there'd be 2 monkeys, huh? There it is. That took me a second to formulate the joke. But we got there. Yeah, that was so much fun to film that video. I got so sweaty, so tired. It was so hot that day. As you can see, my hair just gets sweatier and nastier as the video goes on. But I had so much fun filming that. And it's great lately. I've been loving making videos. And it's really great to have something once a week that you really, really look forward to. And then, of course, being able to share that is super dope. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. When you jumped over Susan. Yeah, I did not tell her I was going to do that. So you probably could notice the second time I actually jumped behind her. And we were like, oh, nobody will notice. And then my leg goes very clearly behind her head. So you can totally tell I just jumped behind her. But the first time I did jump over her. And that was her genuine reaction. Oh. Dope. Oh, no. As I say every stream, live stream bingo, oh no, don't make this a thing. But yeah, it's been kind of interesting here. Like, just a lot of the things that I'm used to, the definition is different. Like, I hear chicken noodle soup. I'm like, oh, I know chicken noodle soup. But here it's very, very different. And it's just weird to, like, in my head, translate when I hear, oh, we can get chicken noodle soup, to change it from, you know, the American chicken noodle soup to the Malaysian chicken noodle soup. Here it's like more like the rice noodles and very brothy, and not just like chicken broth, but like, I don't know how to describe it, like Asian soup broth with like big chunks of chicken in it. Has Susan ever had Campbell's tomato soup? Yes. We saw some at the store, and it looked different. The can had a different image on it. I was like, oh no, it's going to be different. But it wasn't. It still tastes the same. So I made her some of our family's tomato soup and noodles, and she didn't like it. She says it's too bland. So, yeah. Wah, 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 wah. But hey, more for me. With goldfish crackers. Oh, I should, yes, next time we're at the mall that sells all the American foods, I'm going to get her some goldfish. Because, I mean, can't relate, right? Tomato soup and noodles, man. It's classic. It's so good. Which, to be fair, a lot of the soup here is very, like, complex, taste-wise. What do you think about syrup here? Is that how you tomato soup and grilled cheese, my jam? Amen, sister. Amen. Amen. Especially when you dip the grilled cheese in the tomato soup. Oh, I love. The syrup, I'm not a fan of, to be honest. Because I definitely, when she said it, thought it was like syrup. Like maple syrup. And was very confused. But I have since been informed that it is in fact not syrup, it's syrup, which is different. It's like a juice syrup. But even still, I'm going to be honest, not a huge fan. So I guess Susan and I both have a thing. For her, it's tomato soup and noodles. For me, it's the syrup. Pizza sauce is just thick tomato soup. No, it's tomato soup with pulp. I don't care. I don't care how old I get. I will never be able to drink orange juice with pulp. It's just not going to happen. Pulp and me aren't for each other. Pulp, more like nope. That was really bad. That was awful. Tomato soup with pulp. That's the worst thing I can think of. The pulp enhances it. You cannot, Stephen. It's free to not. Have you considered that? Nope. Yeah, me when I see pulp. Nope. I feel like that's going to end up on Twitter. Gulp the pulp. Oh. It's free to not say that, you know. What's good, buddy? I hope you've been all right in Malaysia. I have. It's dope here. Have you ever had an emo phase? No, not really. I mean, I had a phase where I got my hair cut, sort of emo, but that was not. I was basically copying Mitch from Pentatonics when he had like the sides all shaved and the middle part pulled down. But I never, like, personality-wise, had an emo phase. He says while he's wearing all black. Yeah, I never really. I'm more enjoy MCR songs now than ever when I was younger. Little flashback to Cats videos. Or the Cats video, the one where I got the emo makeover. Yeah, I think that was my most emo moment right there. EC was his emo outfit. Oh man, EC. Do you wear shorts, Chris? No, I'm in the blazing Malaysian sun and I'm wearing black jeans. I just don't know how to wear shorts. I don't know fashion. Susan and I have joked that I need to learn fashion from The Sims. Because I don't know. Like, all colors look the same to me when they're all together. Everything looks equally the same to me. So I need to learn how to wear shorts and what to pair them with. And I don't know, so I just stick with what's safe. T-shirt and jeans. Usually, and I got a question on the Q&A thing. Like, Chris, I've noticed you never wear, like, logos. And you only wear, like, specific, light colors. Why is that? It's just because I know that they're safe. I'm such a wimp when it comes to fashion. I know what's safe. I usually pair shorts with legs. Yeah, same, in fact. Susan should give you a Sims makeover. Yo! There's an idea. Speaking of emo, have you gotten the chance to listen to Hayley Williams' new single yet? No, I haven't. The only new music I've gotten the chance to listen to here is TMG. So, yeah. But we should go to we've talked about going to we wanted to go to a thrift store here, but the day that we got there, it was closed. So, yeah, but I'd love to go there. I love to just experiment. But yeah, my kind of go-to default when I know I'm going out is black jeans, white t-shirt, blue jean jacket. Because it works. I know it works. No risk. And yeah. So if you've ever wondered why I wear the same clothes over and over, it's not for any reason other than if I'm just nervous. I immediately recognize a homeschooler boy if they're wearing a polo and hiking boots. It's true. I did have a polo phase where I wore nothing but burgundy polos and khaki shorts. It's true. That definitely was a period in my life. You can ask Andrew about it. He was there. He can attest. Branch out, coward. Yeah. I'm a Howard a coward. I can't even be shocked that you wear jeans in the Malaysian sun, considering I once saw you wear a jean jacket in Nashville in August. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, Ryan, we were talking about you a minute ago with your Walmart video. Hello. How's it going? Ryan-Rino. I'm never calling you Ryan-Rino again. I regret it. I own logo teeth, but I'm too scared to wear them, so I also just pick solid colors. Yeah, it's just safe. So yeah. I've also been, okay, can I nerd out for a second? Nerd alert happening here. I I've been on this like data hoarding kick, but also like backing up data and back up. So I'm trying to I figured out our sync and our clone, which is kind of like Linux, Mac OS apps. I think they also have a Windows port, but it's a little bit different. For like automatically mirroring one drive to another, and then also mirroring to Google Drive. So that's been super dope. Yeah, I officially set up like my YouTube channel as a business to be able to use the Google Suite, the business class thing. So that's been fun to try and figure out. But yeah, it's super dope. It's so cool. So yeah, and I've been like trying to back up all of my footage and videos from this trip. So I know, it's true. I have a habit of accident, like anyone I mention on the stream, I freaking accidentally summon, usually right as I'm fangirling about them. So yeah, no, Ryan, I definitely wasn't. No, Ryan is super cool. I love him so much. And yeah, you go, man. Basically. So yeah. That does not count as me saying but yeah. I'm saying so yeah. It's different. It's different. Yeah. I did see, Ryan, your what happens when you turn 23 video, which is very, very relatable. We're all growing up, man. We're all growing up. It's funny. I remember seeing Ryan's old videos when he filmed against that black background. This is before. Oh my gosh, what was it called? The series called. This is before the holiday one. I think he actually filmed in front of a green screen and made it black. I could be wrong, but yes. Have you played Minecraft recently? Yes. I'm going to try and get Susan into playing Minecraft. It's going to happen. Defining randomness. That was it. Thank you, Ryan. Yes. Classic. That's the classic Ryan era. I miss the old Ryan. Oh, man. Are you a Star Wars fan? Yeah. Kind of a casual-ish Star Wars fan. I've only ever seen the movies. And I'm going to get so much hate for this, but the sequels are, to me, Star Wars, because that's kind of what I've, seen in theaters. And it's what got me excited. I didn't grow up with the originals, and I didn't really grow up with the prequels. So, yeah. Yeah, that's my Star Wars story. I got Susan. She watched the prequels with me. I mean, the sequels. So we saw The Last Jedi, and then went and saw Rise of Skywalker in the theaters. I'm right there with you. The originals are big in my life too, but the sequels are my Star Wars. Yeah, I mean, it's true. I just really like the cinematography in them. Gorgeous. I will say something about J.J. Abrams. That man knows how to make a good vision, like just how to make your eyes happy. Yeah. Every frame a painting. It's been so cool to experience Star Wars in theaters, right? So, yeah. My friend Sarah really loves prequels. She always says everyone has their Star Wars. It's true. Some people, it's like the comics. Some people, I think for Andrew, it's like the TV shows. He really loves those. Yeah. I'm more of a Marvel fan, though, TBH. So, yeah. But prequel memes, that's very true. Very classic prequel memes. My Star Wars, The Clone Wars. Yeah, I've heard really good things about that show. I need to get into watching it. I just haven't yet, but I need to. There's so many shows. There's so much content just to consume. My Star Wars is just quoting Phantom Menace constantly. Let's try spinning. That's a good trick. I think I've only seen Phantom Menace once, though. Because I was talking with Andrew, and he was like, what? You haven't seen the prequels? Well, specifically 1 and 3. Oh, Hannah says hi. Hi, Hannah! Tell her I say hey! So yeah. Andrew sat me down, and we watched all of the Star Wars prequels. It was pretty great. I love Andrew. Have I noticed that? Have I mentioned that before? Did I ever send you that video of Palpatine replaced by Kermit the Frog? No, but you need to. You need to. What do you think of Baby Yoda? I haven't seen The Mandalorian. I haven't seen it because I haven't paid for Disney Plus. I know. I, in fact, know. Oh, no, Katie. Oh, well, I'm happy for him. Bruh, it's $7. Yeah, I guess that's true. But, I guess, yeah. Yeah. I really don't. I feel like I need to cancel one of my pre-existing services, though. Yeah, I'm officially dropping Dropbox for Google Drive. That's exciting in my life. It's cheaper than Netflix. You assume that I'm paying for Netflix and not, like, mooching off of someone else's Netflix. It's true. I'm mooching off of my family's Netflix. There's a video of Emperor Palpatine replaced by Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. Yo! I need to see this. That sounds incredible. Freaking Wallace and Gromit. You want to talk childhood. Wallace and Gromit, man. How's the whole college enrollment process gone? It's going well. Obviously, I've kind of had to put it on hold because of this trip. But when I get back, it's going to resume. Wish me luck. I do need, like, my plan is to get, like, just a job, not a great job, obviously, just like a minimum wage job, just to be able to help pay something for the classes, because I'd like to avoid going to debt as much as possible. There's one thing that Dave Ramsey has taught me. Man, shout out to my parents loving Dave Ramsey. Speaking of being homeschooled, if you know, you know. Hi, why do you like photography? I don't know. I guess the main reason I think is just because I have an awful memory. And so trying to capture as much of the present so that in the future I can actually remember it is very important to me. Like, a lot of the time, I don't remember a lot of, like, years. Like, what happened in 2009? I don't know unless I go back and look at pictures. And I'm scared of that happening right now because I'm having an amazing time in my life right now. And so, like, it's just about preserving moments mostly for me. And not just preserving the moments, but preserving my feelings about the moments. Which I know is very, like, cheesy, whatever, but it's true. So basically, blame my bad brain. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, and that's also the reason I kind of do YouTube, is it's a time capsule for me in the future. Not really a time capsule, because I can go back and watch it whenever I want. That's also kind of the point. Maybe I will. I've thought about making a video where it's like, Chris, watch this in 5 years or watch this in 10 years. Assuming YouTube is still around. Because like Charlie McDonald did something like that. And now I want to do something like that. Chris is not announcing anything? What? If that's a reference, I don't get it. I'm sorry. Oh, speaking of like sweet, wholesome moments together, though, Susan and I watched The Prince of Egypt. She had never seen it before. So last night, and that was really cool. I hadn't seen it in quite a while, and I forgot just how good it actually is. Interesting question just came to my mind. My brother was recently diagnosed with ADHD. What would be your advice for best helping him on a brotherly level? I mean, don't get upset at him easily, but also, like, honestly, don't, in my opinion, at least for me, what would be nice is, like, just don't do anything, like, make him feel normal. Like, don't make it this huge thing. I don't know. Just help him feel normal, I guess. I don't really know. I'm sorry. Oh, I said dad brain. I meant to say bad brain. Slip of the tongue, I swear. Not a Freudian slip. But trust me, when that happens, you know I'm going to exploit it for YouTube content. Is that the best idea? Oh, Hannah, I love that meme. I diagnosed you with letma. What's letma? The laser blasts coming from the eyes. But Stephen, honestly, I would say just like ask your brother what he needs, because it's different for everyone. But yeah, I more have the attention deficit part of it than the hyperactivity, definitely. And I've grown out of it. It used to be really bad. I've learned how to cope since then. But yeah, I'm sure all of this caffeine that I'm drinking isn't helping. He's just not going to talk about that. Crap, did I say it? Did I say the BY? I'm sorry. I didn't even notice. Yeah. Also, Stephen, tell him I said hey. And if he doesn't know him, tell him like a strange man on the internet says hello. He says he literally jumps over his girlfriend. Okay. I mean, I like to get out energy. I've learned how to cope. What features in Malaysia would you want in the US? Oh, there's a list. For one thing, freaking data plans. I mean, sure, like, I have so many grievances against ISPs, but freaking like, I got 10 gigabytes of data for 50 ringgits, which is like $10, $15 for 10 gigabytes of data, and you can reload it. I mean, granted, it's like a reloadable plan, but that's ridiculously cheap. Oh my gosh. For data and like unlimited talk and text. In the US, we're paying like 160 for 8. So, yeah, that's not cool. Also, I mean, I could get political. There are definitely some things that Malaysia has that I wish the US has, like healthcare. But I don't know. There are definitely parts of the Malaysian political government that I really disagree with. What phone are you using now? This is Susan's old phone. It's a Xiaomi. Notice the very manly case. Yeah, it's Xiaomi. Xiaomi. It works. Well, it's weird though, just because I'm not used to Android, so I've had to learn how to use it and what's similar to what I'm used to and what is not similar to what I'm used to. I don't hate it. I could see myself like using Android if the problem is I'm so used to everything like where like if I edit a picture on my Mac and it's on, I export it to my iCloud folder because that's how I do with photography. It's how I used to is I would export everything to a folder I have in my iCloud, and then I had an automator task set up that would automatically import it into my Photos app, which then syncs with my phone. So every time I edited a photo, it would automatically appear on my phone as soon as I exported it. Are you taking the spare phone back to America? No, I'm probably leaving it here because it is Susan's phone. And I'll just use Wi-Fi on my laptop. Are you planning on getting another iPhone? I do. I have my old iPhone 6S somewhere at home, so I'll find that. The only issue I just realized is getting an Uber from LAX to my place is not going to be fun. But I don't know. I'll figure that out. Oh, my brother dropped his iPhone XR out of the car the other day and demolished it. So he splurged on an 11. Nice. I'd probably just get another iPhone 8. It's because they're going to be really cheap. That's the main thing. That's the most important thing, to be 8. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I just noticed the time. So I'm probably going to wrap this up now. I'm hungry, and we've got to get some lunch. But, yeah. Oh, look at the time. I see you, Chris. I get your reference. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me this week. Hopefully next week Susan will be able to join. He was going to use that money to fix the hole in the card the phone fell out of, but, priorities. So, yeah, I wish you a wonderful week. And in the meantime, remember to stay positive. Bye!